YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of Boost Entertainment Series Karting with Teamsport, and yes guys, we are back once again. Today we have brought a new friend. Not only just myself and Austin are here, but Isaac, who is new to the channel, is also here. As you can see, today we actually have a pretty decent camera angle, and this will stay the same throughout this session. It becomes a bit more questionable into session 2, not really sure why, because none of us are tampered with it or anything, so it's just the way it is. Anyway, I think the green light is going to come on in a minute, and we're going to go racing. She's pulling quite close to Isaac. We go green, and Isaac is actually our first victim, and we get past him. They're very easy. One of my classic overtakes, down the inside of turn 6, get alongside the turn 7, and this is Austin ahead, so we're already going to overtake Austin up into turn 2, and there you go. Yeah, we've already overtaken Austin. And now we have the driver ahead of us. We're going to try and overtake him going down to turn 7 maybe? No, because it goes red, and I don't think I actually see it, but he does. Once I've hit him, I've seen that I apologise to him, as you probably heard. But it's green again. We'll try to overtake. I think he actually lets me by, I'm not entirely sure. Here we go, he's on the outside, he waves us through, he slows down, and we actually pass him there. Further into lap 3, we're coming down the ramp into turn 7, and somebody has spun it into the inside wall. It's very easy to do, especially when you don't have full experience and control of the car. We inevitably get a yellow flag, which will turn to green, and we'll try and overtake the driver in front of us. We are now green. We'll try see if we can shape front overtake. Through turn 3, this is not an overtaking spot unless the car in front is actually going pretty slow. We're going to try the old switch back at turn 5, get alongside turn 6 and get them down to turn 7. That has actually worked out. Now we have some clean air to put in some quick laps. On lap 7 currently, we're just going through turn 8. We've actually caught up with the driver in front of us, Kart's 28. We're going on to lap 8. He actually goes a bit wide. We come alongside him, down the inside of turn 2, close that door, through turn 3, and that is it. We are up. Well, we've gone past him, and we now are rewarded with some clean air. We haven't gained any positions because this is a practice session. Yay! Seriously though, let's try and get some good lap times now, because I haven't, reached my personal best yet. Here on lap 10, I'm going to show you something that you shouldn't be doing at turn 2. Yeah, I've gone wide and hit the wall, but let's snap back to reality, because that is Isaac in front of us, and we are catching him at a rapid rate here. Actually, as we come through turn 7, we're going to catch up him momentously. Yep, there you go. That is a pretty small gap now. We're going to try and carry more speed through turn 8 to get him down the straight. We do have more speed than him, but it's not enough. We can go down the outside. We try to switch back on him. There's a pretty wide line there. We're going to go down the inside of turn 2, and that seems to work. We're going to close the door off through turn 3. I will admit we do go pretty wide, and as you can see, I'm not impressed by that. We've got kart number 20 here though, who is going to overtake down the inside of turn 7. We did give him a few bumps, but that is the overtake, and again we have some clean air, and I really need to put in a pretty decent lap time for, you know, my experience. It's a pretty decent lap time right now, but I reckon I could do a lot better, and I'm in that mood that I will. I just gotta lock in, have some clean air, and just take my chances. So here on lap 60 we have 2 karts in front of us, and through turn 5 I'm going to catch up to by a substantial amount. There you go. We got the overspeed going down to turn 7, and we're actually going to go down the inside of both of them. We're on the outside, so I think we're going to go ahead and try and go around the outside turn 8. And we're going to get the overspeed. I don't feel like the move is on, so I'll back out early, but the guy in the purple suit also breaks early because I don't think he saw me there. And so, well, I'm through anyway. So, if you think about it, or all in all, you know, that's a pretty decent overtake, and you know, we got some clean air again to further improve our time, which I'm probably quite now happy with. I'm going to assume I was happy with that when I got out the kart. Can't even remember how it's the fastest lap. I don't think it was. I think I did go a bit faster. So let's lock in and go even faster. So we're on lap 21 here, and oh looky who! It's Isaac and Austin, the 2 karts ahead of me here. We're going to overtake Isaac with easy, you know, just going down the inside of turn 7, you know, easy as you like it. And now we're going to chase down Austin now between here and turn 2. We're going to catch up to him by quite a lot. You'll see just here. He goes for the inside of turn 2, but he doesn't quite get it. And look at how much the gap has closed between us and him. We are going to overtake him at some point, and I believe it's going to be this corner here as we do the switchback. He doesn't realise I'm there. I get pushing the wall. I think he hits the outside wall, and then we're going to try and go around the outside of number 28, which doesn't work. We're going to go round. Well, we're going to take a wider line through turn 8, try and get the overspeed. It doesn't quite work. We're going to try and get the switchback down at turn 1. Or we're actually just going to go for the outside, go around the outside turn 2. And then we're behind number 20, which is a bit of a pain to get past. This is the final lap, so I'm not actually going to have much time. I think I actually screw up that corner exit there, because obviously I'm not catching up to him, so I'm not like able to get down the inside of him. So we're going to go through turn 8, and this is the final lap, so it's going to be the end of this session just as we pass over the line here. There you go. I reckon if we had an extra lap we could have probably got him past number 20 and have, like, you know, flown into the distance, but it's, yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, to be honest, after that alone I was just, sorry, I don't even know what that was. I think I just made like a noise. It was probably quite irritating for you guys. I'll try and make sure that I mute that. But yeah, I was quite chuffed that you know, I was even able to lap Austin. Remember, these are 15-minute sessions, and I think I did about maybe 23 laps. So I did about a whole extra lap, and Austin did in 15 minutes. That is quite fast, I think. Anyway, let's go to session 2. So we're in session 2, and as you can see here guys, the camera angle obviously isn't as great. I have no idea why this happened. None of us tampered with the camera. I haven't seen anyone who tampered with it, to be honest. I think this is the only explanation I have, is that when I put my helmet on and raced, it was at a slightly different angle, that the whole camera angle just went, nah, I'm not gonna record as much as last time. So as the green flag comes on, you can barely see it, but we've just overtaken Isaac, and it's immediately a red flag. There were some people in the third session here, so we actually have more people than last time. So that might have been a mandatory light check. Anyway, this is Austin here, and we're going to try and overtake him. Yeah, see, we got the overspeed through turn 8, and we're going to get him through turn 1. Now we're behind car, I think this is 34. Now we're going to try and overtake him quickly as well. I am aware that I believe some faster people are in this session, and I believe they started behind me. We overtake a purple suit at turn 7. Now, at some point in this, you will see me looking behind me a lot. I'm going to explain that now before it happens. For most of the session, behind me, I'm going to have someone who I know is like a 31.4, which is actually faster than I've ever gone. So basically, I'll be looking behind me a lot, just to make sure that I know where he is, and it's not so I can defend. I'm not going to bother with that because I know he's faster, but it's just so I know if he's shaping up for a move, and therefore I can predict what he's going to do. Therefore, I can give him his place and not turn into him. So essentially, I'm just moving my head around just to make sure I'm not involved in a collision with him, because I know if he goes down the inside and I cut across, that's probably going to be my fault. Especially if he's going to be fully alongside me and I can't react fast enough. So yeah, I'll just be trying to make sure I know where he is and I'm not going to turn into him. Anyway, I'm going to fast forward to the next highlight now. So we're just going on to lap 6 now, and that faster driver is actually behind me at this point. So we got a cart in front, which I'm happy about. I know the guy behind is faster than me, so I want to try and overtake as many as many back markers as I can to try and just put a gap between myself and him. We overtake the car, I believe it was number 5 at turn 7. Now this guy is much more faster than me, so I'm going to assume he knows more overtaking opportunities as well. So I'm not entirely sure where he's going to pass, if I'm going to be expecting it, and if I'm not expecting it, will I just turn into him and cause like an accident? So that's why I'm a bit, I'm trying to look around a lot. I think I thought at one point I should just probably let him through, but I thought, well, it's probably better for content, and I'm pretty sure he'd also prefer it if I did stay ahead for a bit, just because, if you did too many hot laps, like if you have too much clean air in the practice session, it does get boring. So I just thought, I'd stay here maybe just to keep him on the ball, give him some concentration, not like go to like a concentration lap. So I went into a 50 lap race. Anyway, I passed the person in the green suit. There was a bit of contact. That may have been my fault, not entirely sure, but I'll happily take the blame for that. I'm past him, I was faster. I'm just happy with, you know, anything bigger. Cough cough. You know, the practice session that I had before the 50 lap race in that corner, yeah. That may have been my fault, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's go on to the next highlight, shall we? So we're off the back of a yellow flag after lap 13, and now we have a whole line of, you know, back markers, which I'm quite happy with, because this is an opportunity to put as much space between myself and the cart behind. We're actually overtaking Isaac here. We're going to overtake Isaac. You couldn't quite see it, but it was Isaac from the outside. So he's overtaken him, and the guy who's faster, he's going to get by him probably very quickly. I think he got past him at turn 1 just there. We're going to go for the inside of turn 3, which obviously isn't on, so that pretty much just slows me down. We're going to go through turn 5 here. We're going to go ahead and try and overtake turn 7 here. Again, we overtake someone on the outside, but not like the driver in the red suit. So we're going to continue on our way, and we're going to continue to try and overtake this driver. Yeah, he actually creates the space for me, and someone tried to come on the inside of turn 3. Obviously I've tried that, isn't really on. So let's keep going. Now I'm going to catch up quite a bit on the driver in the red suit through these corners here, as you can see. So we're going to try and get the overtake on the go here. Now that's Austin, he's along the side here. So I'll give him the bump to try make sure that, you know, he creates the gap before we go into turn 7, and it will work exactly like that. We're going to turn 1 here, and Austin is going to try a bodacious move down the inside. I thought, you know what, that's quite aggressive, so I'm going to be aggressive back, and I'm going to go down the inside of turn 3 just here. And you're probably hearing me say, if you be aggressive with me, Austin, I'll be aggressive with you, and that's how this works. And I think I'm pretty right, you know, as long as we don't like cross the line, which we didn't, but Austin's going to stay behind me for the rest of this session now. So now I've overlapped Austin in both practice sessions, so I want to admit I did complete a few more laps. This time is probably a little bit easier, but you know, you can't take that away from me. With a 31.5 currently, which is actually my personal best. I've never gone faster than that before. But little do I know, I'm going to go even faster. Yeah. If I woke up this morning and you were there and you told me, Will, also you're going to get a 31 point. You're going to be faster than the 31.5 today. I would probably have laughed in your face. And metaphorically speaking, I probably would have done that. Anyway, that's the guy who was behind me for the whole time. He actually passed me at turn 2. And I was just saying there's an absolute masterclass from that guy. Not just in driving, but in patience as well, you know, to be like over half a second faster than me, you know, because he actually got a 30.9 at the end of this. So to be that much faster, yeah, that must have been like agonisingly slow, you know, just been sat behind me. Maybe not agonisingly slow, but it just wanted to get past me and, you know, setting better lap times. And there you go, I think that is my personal best today. A 31.493, that will remain as my personal best. Yeah, I can remember when I struggled to get into the 32s. You guys remember that I was struggling to get back into the 32s after doing it once. Yet, was it like 3 sessions after that? Yeah, only 3 sessions. I am getting 31.4s. Which is absolutely mental. I cannot believe I've improved that much in these 3 sessions. I've improved by roughly 1.5 seconds. That is it. Yeah, just over that in the last 3 sessions. So I am actually really happy with that time. We got number 5, I think it's kart 5 ahead of me, who I believe, no, it's kart 2, sorry, who I believe came in second. I think he got like a 31.3 or something like that. He was slightly faster than me, not by much though, just a few tenths at most. Anyway, I'm not going to overtake him. I'm going to be stuck behind him for the rest of this session. This is actually the final lap. Yeah, we're going to be stuck behind him for the rest of this lap. He was quick. To be honest, I'm quite baffled that, you know, I was able to catch him, but he was faster. I think he was the driver who was sorry guys, second, which is 1 place ahead of me. Yes guys, I came third. You know, when I saw the guy behind me, and I realised that he was the guy who I saw get to 31.4, I was pretty sure I was not going to get first. So I was just trying to make the most of it, have a lot of fun. Anyway, that's the end of the session. We're going to return to the pit lane now. I came third with my new PB, so actually I'm quite happy with that. You know, and no matter if I got overtaken, you know, that's fine. He was extremely fast. And yeah, anyway, we're probably going to go back to some gaming videos next week, because this is, I believe this is the end of my karting for probably a few weeks. I haven't actually booked anything else yet, so I'm going to assume next week will be gaming. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button down below. While you're in, you may as well go ahead and smack that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss another one of my awesome videos. Another reason why you might want to ring that bell is because I decided to bring back 2 series. Yes guys, it's not just emergency now. I'm hoping to bring back a series on transportation and a tycoon. 2 series of which are absolutely boomed on my channel, and my interest for them has come back. Anyway guys, until next time, we'll all now say goodbye.